Dear investors, partners and viewers of the SkyWay Capital News channel, my name is Dmitry Morocco, and now you will see another video digest of the SkyWay News, in which we tell you about all important events and achievements of the SkyWay group of companies and SkyWay Capital. Today in our release, in the November issue of the Office Life magazine, Sergey Artushevsky, chief designer of the SkyWay high-speed transport complex in CGSC String Technologies, spoke about the strategy for the development of the SkyWay transport and also commented on the state of developments of the Hyperloop competitors. In the new video interview, the chief designer of the SkyWay freight complex, Dmitry Tikhonov, told the audience about the distinctive features, application and many other aspects of creation and operation of the new complex. In the interview to the Belarusian newspaper Zvezda, Anatoly Unitsky spoke about the peculiarities of the new transport technology development, humanistic idea which is interconnected with the string transport, and also about its competitive advantages in comparison with other concepts of mobility. President of the Crimean Academy of Sciences, chairman of the Crimean Republican Association Ecology and Peace, Viktor Tarasenko, spoke about the safety and expediency of the metro construction in Sevastopol. Let us focus on these events in more detail. In the November issue of the Office Life magazine, there appeared an interview with Sergey Artushevsky, chief designer of the SkyWay high-speed transport complex in CGSC String Technologies. The high-speed unibus, the first brainchild of the design bureau, which is headed by Sergey, was presented in September at the exhibition in Berlin and is now being prepared for the tests. In his interview, the chief designer of the SkyWay high-speed transport complex spoke about the strategy for the development of the SkyWay transport, the difficulties in the development of infrastructure technologies, and also commented on the state of developments of the Hyperloop competitors. Sergey said the following: "Lots of fuss without any real result. It is not a very well-designed concept, primarily because the engineers are trying to achieve maximum speed by any means and do not think about how a passenger will feel. There is no understanding of normal centrifugal acceleration, no solutions to thermal deformation problems, and the safety of such transport is still a big question." A link to the full version of the interview can be found on our website. The construction of the SkyWay Eco-Technopark objects has always aroused interests of the project partners, saying nothing about the news of the object's completion. We have been covering the course of the Unitsky String Transport freight complex construction, and it is high time to present the object. The company's engineers used a whole set of non-standard solutions proposed by general designer Anatoly Unitsky in the SkyWay freight transport complex. These solutions are designed to improve the system performance in comparison with competitors. Classic conveyor belts as an example. First of all, the Unitrans is a kind of a continuous train. The loading belt moves in it on a pair of wheels on a steel rail, which increases the stability and safety of the cargo, as well as minimizes energy losses. Secondly, the Unitrans uses an external drive motor, which allows to build freight complexes without restrictions on length. Thirdly, the rotary seams of Unitrans unloading makes it possible to save time on micrologistics, which on a large scale saves a lot of time and therefore money. In the new video interview, the chief designer of this project, Dmitry Tikhonov, tells about the distinctive features, application and many other aspects of the creation and operation of the complex, its rolling stock and track structure. You can see the full version of the interview on our website in the news section. There was published a large-scale interview with Anatoly Unitsky in one of the oldest state-owned Belarusian newspapers. In the interview, the general designer of the SkyWay project spoke about the peculiarities of the new transport technology development, humanistic idea which is interconnected with the string transport, and also about its competitive advantages in comparison with other concepts of mobility. Here are Anatoly Unitsky's words about the efficiency of the stream transport. There is a whole range of differences, as a result of which we, for example, lowered the cost of the flyover tracks by an order of magnitude, improved the energy efficiency of our transport in comparison with a car by 5–7 times. To perform the same work, 5 to 7 times less energy fuel should be used. We have eliminated practically all harmful consequences for ecology. We have no exhausts. There is no evaporation, typical for asphalt. There is no tire wear, and the smallest particle of rubber as well as soot do not get into a person's lungs. Noise is reduced, thus we provided high environmental friendliness of our transport, increased its efficiency, lowered the prime cost and travel fare. At the same time, the availability of the transport increases as our stations will be in the city. We can make cities completely pedestrian ones. People will not die under the wheels of cars. A link to the full version of the interview can be found on our website. The possibilities of the infrastructural development was again being considered in Sevastopol, the project of building the metro in particular. The authors of the project proposed to connect the main part of the city with the north side by the metro line, which will be constructed also under the water across the Sevastopol Bay. The idea of creating the metro in the city is considered not for first time, but has repeatedly been criticized because of the special seismic conditions of the region and the high costs of underwater construction. President of the Crimean Academy of Sciences, chairman of the Crimean Republican Association Ecology and Peace, Viktor Tarasenko, spoke about the safety and expediency of the metro construction in Sevastopol. He noted that in these kind of infrastructure projects it makes sense to consider other, more appropriate technologies. He said, "I am in favor of building SkyWay in Sevastopol to move to the north side, which will be several times cheaper than the metro, safer and more environmentally friendly. This is the stream transport which is becoming very popular today." Viktor Tarasenko also noted that active work is already underway in the local authorities, who will decide whether Sevastopol will become the first Russian city with the SkyWay transport. You can get to know about the details of the development of the SkyWay project in the Sevastopol on our website and in your personal office in the news section. That has been all breaking news this week. We will follow the development of the key events and will share them with you. Watch our YouTube and Vimeo channels. Do not forget to subscribe to our social networks and remember that the SkyWay is our future already today. I say goodbye to you for now. My name is Dmitry Morocco. See you next week.